Nikki, Clarke and Anna Scullion, Breens Intermediate School.
Kia ora koutou katoa. My name is Nikki Clarke. I'm proud to be the principal of Breens Intermediate School. I've been principal since 2015, deputy principal for 3 years before that, and have taught within the school since 2002. I'd like to introduce Anna Scullion. Anna is one of our kia rahi, our Māori student leaders. Anna lives very close to this intersection, and her family have used it for a long time. Anna sits on our student leadership team at Breens. Anna and I thank you for the opportunity to present to you about the Harewood-Breens Gardeners intersection and to represent the safety concerns of our school community. Breens Intermediate is situated on Breens Road, a mere 350 metres from this intersection. Many of our staff use this intersection each day, and over a third of our student population also pass through here to get to school and home each day. Anna and I are bringing to you the voice of our students and our staff. I understand one of our parents, Lara McMurray, may have spoken to you yesterday and presented a perspective from our parent community. Anna.
I would like to read out some of the things that the Breens students have said about the intersection. Some of my concerns about the intersection are that it's very dangerous because other than the island, which is already hard to cross, it's the only way to get across, where if there were lights, then it would be easier to cross and safer. What's worse about the intersection, it's not normally the kids who are doing the wrong thing, it's the drivers going too fast or turning without looking. So for those reasons, I think the intersection is dangerous and that there needs to be lights. I see lots of kids who run past cars really quickly. Sometimes cars park in bad places, so we can't see if cars are coming or not. I've even seen kids go straight across the road without looking and ending with a near miss. It's hard to go across in the mornings to get to school and is very busy. I have seen many young kids from other primary schools struggling to cross roads while walking home. Even kids from Breens and myself have struggled. It is a hazard to kids with little knowledge of the safety cars and roads. Traffic lights would be much safer to help us get to our schools and cross the dangerous roads. My concerns about the intersection is that there have been lots of close calls and lots of real accidents. A few days ago, my mum was driving round the corner from Breens Road to Harewood Road, and I saw a large pile of glass and car pieces. I have crossed it a couple of times to get to my friend's house, and there have been so many close calls with cars and school kids trying to cross the road. I'm sometimes scared to cross the road and being afraid of being hit by a car, and when I was younger, I do not want that to happen again. My concerns for this intersection is that because it is a busy intersection, lots of people, not only in cars but pedestrians, have to take some dangerous risks to be able to cross the road, and the crossing to go straight through the main road to get to Gardeners to Breens Road. It is really hard to cross with traffic. Sometimes parents with prams do not have a lot of time to get across, so they have to wait even longer. It's super dangerous. Every time my mum does a U-turn to get into her house at 404A Harewood Road, she almost gets hit by cars coming out of Gardeners Road. She looks, but they don't. I also see the same thing with safe crossing. I have to run for dear life I don't get hit by cars coming out of Gardeners Road. Please install traffic lights to make things easier for cars and people. There are always close calls, people getting hit or crashing. Almost every day I see these when I'm trying to cross this road. In summary, our students think that this intersection is scary, dangerous and busy. The cars are going too fast. The cars appear to speed up as we cross. It is hard to get across. The speed limit seems too high. These are concerned about their own safety and that of others.
As a staff, we are united in our opinions. We have noticed increased traffic flow, increased speeds and plenty of near misses around this intersection in recent years, particularly post-earthquake. We see daily examples of risky behaviour by all kinds of road users at this intersection due to the difficulty to either cross it or turn right into the traffic flow. The letter that I've shared with you from Liz McLennan is a particularly good summary of our safety concerns and also highlights the risky behaviour I have just mentioned. As Liz mentions, the kind of risky behaviour that this intersection is lending itself to, and we see each day, are children taking risks running across and waiting in the middle of a busy 4-lane road to get to the other side, cars waiting in the middle of Harewood Road to get across the 4 lanes, cyclists shooting the gap to try and get across in time before a car takes them down, cars hedging into the intersection to try and edge forward to find the best gap, speeding across the intersection to get in time, right turning cars onto Harewood Road, hitting the middle island and then jumping it, cars turning into the wrong lane and not sticking to the road rules, children trying to cross the road by running to get across all 4 lanes without a way of getting across safely. Increasingly, we've noticed drivers doing something else which is quite interesting. They're choosing to turn left at Breens Road into Harewood Road, heading towards the airport, instead of trying to get across here. In fact, all of my staff tell me they all do that. And then they perform a U-turn on Harewood Road. This is now creating a new hazard because more and more drivers are doing this in order to avoid crossing or turning right. So what we see is now often a banked up line of cars all waiting to turn around and do a U-turn with 2 lanes of traffic behind them outside what has now become a really busy bakery car park. There are 2 safe crossing areas along Harewood Road in the middle of the busy 2 lanes, and we of course encourage our children to use these, but the children tell us it's difficult to cross safely with such heavy traffic flow, and people are accelerating across and past this intersection, so that makes it hazardous. I thought I would add that my most recent observation of this close call at an intersection was just yesterday morning whilst I was driving to work. A car speeding right across the intersection in front of me meant that a number of us all put on our brakes quickly to avoid an intersection, and I watched that car speed down Breens Road towards our school. As a principal, I dread that potential phone call to tell me that one of my students has been hurt down there. I believe it's only a matter of time before someone is injured or worse. It will be so terribly sad when we know that we could have been proactive and done something to make it safer for our community. Ngā mihi nui, Anna and I appreciate the time you have given us to be here this morning.
Thank you very much. Look, I'm having been in Parliament, I've become used to the law of unintended consequences. So we had a submission yesterday from a group in Fendleton who have had a set of traffic lights added, and it has changed their lives dramatically, but for the worse. Because what it has done is it's encouraged people to use that road. So you put traffic lights on Harewood Road, then Gardeners Road becomes a very easy ride that then brings traffic right past your school. So is that a consequence that you've thought through?
Well, in all honesty, that's what that road has become in recent years. It's become a fast way to get down to Wairaki Road, and that's, I believe, why we're getting increased traffic flow. Yeah,
but there was a period of time when cars were directed that way.
Yes, they were.
When there was the work happening on the northern.
Yes, they
what
were.
I'm worried about, and I mean this is something that obviously we'll take into account, is that you'll get an increased flow of traffic past the school, and maybe there's another way of calming the road on Harewood Road and reducing the number of lanes that actually travel down Harewood Road, which would make it with an island in the middle. But so that all I'm saying is that there may be other ways of solving the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just love it to be safer.
Yeah. Mike and then Tim.
Thank you. And I guess we need to use the example of that intersection to make sure when we design new intersections they're done for the communities that use them and live around them. In terms of that stretch of road, Harewood Road, there's a cycleway that was planned to be done down there, which has been pushed out another 8 years. Would you be in favour of bringing that forward to actually get the work done on that intersection sooner?
If it makes us address the safety around that intersection, yes. Yeah.
Tim.
Just quickly, rather than having to go to hundreds and thousands with regards to cycle lanes, etc., has anyone thought of just giving the priority to the pedestrians, which is your students and their families? So rather than having a fully lit intersection for vehicles, that there is a set of lights that is totally for pedestrians, so that the vehicles have to work around the pedestrians, creating the opposite effect of the other community. So motorists using that area know that they have to stop at the lights for pedestrians, and it's about pedestrians. Just thinking.
I think there's more than one option, but your priority is the safety.
Our priority is most definitely the safety, and anything we can do to avoid what I believe is just a matter of time down here.
Look, thank you very much, and thank you too for making the effort. Is this the first time you've made a presentation to council?
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.